One of the issues around the major OEMs and NEPs press conferences at the start of this week has been around how they can support open systems, low-cost platforms in the network. And we're joined here now in the Kontron booth to talk a little bit about how this company can help them do that. Sven, just give us a brief background on Kontron and where you are in the communications market.
Okay, sure. Kontron is an embedded market leader for embedded computing in the telecom market as well in other industries like military and medical. We've been focusing on telecom specific products such as ATCA and carrier grade rack mount server since 2005, primarily for ATCA, and in the past it was compact PCI. So we providing commercial off-the-shelf hardware components and platforms to help the major tier 1 and tier 2 telecom equipment manufacturers to accelerate their time to market.
Okay, and ATCA is Advanced Telecom Computing Architecture, is that correct?
That's correct. So it's primarily created around a open standard from the hardware perspective to provide components and systems which are specified within a PICMEC organization, so you can create a platform on a short turnaround time and get to market faster.
And the OEMs and the NEPs, they come to you and they use your embedded systems in their systems? Is that your business model?
Yeah, so we're talking about the economic downturn, and all the major telecom equipment manufacturers need to refocus, and their key focus is the application. They don't need to or want to get involved in all the hardware components and build it from scratch. So it makes absolutely economic sense to use available components such as general purpose processor blades or carrier grade rack mount server to build a platform, a telco platform, and so they can really focus on their core competency, and that's the application.
Okay, and you just launched a product on Monday. I don't know if there's much you can tell us about that, but tell us what you can tell us about that.
Okay, so we are following the Intel strategy in terms of the next generation compute blades. We have a very close relationship, and are in the process of getting the next generation compute blade into the works. It's a much more performing platform, created ideally for 10 gigabit Ethernet performance as well, for example, packet processing. But on the other hand, we also have a smaller scaled micro TCA or AMC, which is also ideally to handle 10 gigabit Ethernet. While we're moving towards a 40 gig backplane or 40 gig technology in ATCA, these type of components are more and more available in the market, and we are one of the first ones launching this product.
And what drives the need for these components? Is it the amount of traffic and volume and the control plane that operators are looking at? Is that what's driving the need for those kind of scales and volumes you were talking about?
Yeah, so it's primarily the performance increase. If you look at streaming video, IPTV or mobile TV, you need a high compute platform to be able to meet the demand. And the TEMs basically thinking ahead 5 to 10 years, and they want to make sure they have enough horsepower in the platform to sustain this demand without changing the compute blade within every second year. So that's the direction. That's why it's a good platform as well, or good direction to take. And the other demand is basically increase of network processing or and storage, for an example, as well.
And how much of this for your business is driven by the operators themselves? Do you speak to them directly about your strategies, or tends to be through the TEMs for you?
It's primarily through the TEMs, but the operator they have a very close interest in using commercial off-the-shelf components as well. For them, the operating cost is going down that way as well. Just imagine if you need to replace a full carrier grade rack mount server versus replacing it with an ATCA blade, there's significant time differences by reconfiguring it. So for them, the maintenance windows are basically been used more sufficient by plugging in and removing a blade versus reconfiguring the whole rack with a new configuration.
Okay, thank you.